What the hell? What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Wednesday night with an episode from your boys reporting eligible live. Man, we're going to try and stay as optimistic as possible. Hence the emoji on my side. Yeah, I'm tired, man. I'm sure all of you Falcon fans are. Week 11, man, this NFL season is coasting, is flying by, man. But the Falcons did receive a lot of good news today, on the defensive side primarily. So we'll touch on that, man. But before we get into any of the topics, bro talk, brother, how you been, man? What's going on, man?
I've been better, but get that out there. It's Wednesday.
Gotcha.
We're gonna touch on last week, tough loss, and we got another division opponent, another division game ahead of us. We got to focus on, and yeah, man, it's just it feels shaky right now. We've got you and I'd say probably the two more optimistic creators in the space, and it's a little shaky right now, but we'll get into it. But overall, I'm good, man. I can't complain.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. But before we get into anything further, man, let's remind the folks of who is sponsoring this episode of Reporting Eligible, and that's our friend Brendan in the comments and his wonderful company, Loco Fits. Everybody, man. For those that love anime and NFL, you can get cured with this website here, locofits.shop, man. You can get anywhere from shirts, hats, hoodies, posters, anime posters, you name it, man. Local Fits is your one-stop shop, and now with Christmas right around the corner, you might have a niece, nephew that's into anime and football. You can come through localfits.shop, man. Got you covered with everything. But to you, Brendan, we salute you, man. We appreciate you, brother. Like always, man. Quick surf through the chat, man. Our guy Brendan's right in the chat. Sup, bro? What's up, bro? What's going on? Falcons win now is in the house. What is going on? April Thomas, also known as Ron Thomas, is in the building. What is going on? Mama Torres is in the house. Miss Lisa Shepard is in the house. What's going on, Lisa? Hey, y'all, I saw Rich McKay last night at an event for Arthur Blank. He was just walking around that venue like he has no cares in the world. Meanwhile, the Falcons are 3 games under 500.
Hold on, don't you remember? He doesn't touch the Falcons. He doesn't.
No day-to-day ops.
He only gives insight when they ask because he's the almighty Rich McKay with all the answers. That failed GM of ours.
Oh man, just an extension of his papa. But I digress, man. Oh, Eric, what's going on, man? We appreciate you being here this evening, man. So yes, man. Falcon fans had to wake up early on Sunday to watch the Germany game go down. From Berlin, Germany. It was a wonderful atmosphere. Such a smorgasbord of fans, NFL fans. You look into the stands, or when they did show it, jerseys of all kinds, man. A lot of Falcon, a lot of Colts, a lot of Steelers. You name it. Just a great NFL venue or atmosphere to be a part of, and a part of it were the Falcons and Colts. A game that was back and forth for a little while. The Falcons they played some good ball in the early halves, but then obviously everything just went to shit. With 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter, it's like, what the hell happened? We let one get away. Obviously, this team not being able to close games is still haunting us. But needless to say, man, your quick thought on, just the game overall for the Falcons, man.
You saw the bright spots. You saw the instances where it's like, okay, this is the team that we were expecting. You're going up against one of the top teams in the AFC. You could argue the second best, or some people may argue is the best team in the AFC right now. You are going back and forth, throwing haymaker after haymaker, and then it just unraveled. It was just kind of like, what the hell happened? That's what you get left after that game, and it was still within reach. It wasn't like, oh, it was close, and then they pulled away and had this two-score victory. No, we went to overtime, but it was the story once again. Mistakes in certain situations, whether it was players, whether it was coaches, whether it was units. Overall, it just was the downfall for the game, because the game truly was in hand, much like it was against New England, much like it was against Tampa Bay, much like it was. Who was another one that we were close and lost to? Jesus. I'm
No.
brain farting here.
Oh, Tampa Bay, the first game.
Yeah, so Tampa, New England, Indianapolis, those were all one-score games that we lost.
Oh, and Frisco. What was it, Frisco?
And Frisco, yes, right? This almost, right? Almost doesn't cut it. It's in this league and with this fan base, and it's frustrating because they did it again to us, right? We were like, we go in with zero expectations to this game, like, we're not going to do the same thing we're going to get against New England. You know, Jonathan Taylor's going to run all over us, which he did. But we were expecting us not to be able to keep up. And we did. We did that. And we showed that we can be a good football team, but they just can't freaking put it together for 4 quarters. That's the most frustrating part.
I think the frustrating part for me was we saw kind of life back in the run game. Both Bijan and Tyler did excellent in this game. 17 carries, 84 yards for Bijan, average 4.9. Tyler, 11 carries, 57 yards, 2 touchdowns, average 5.2. And then that was it. It felt like, you know, they couldn't get Bijan going in the second half, man. It felt stagnant all over again. I'm like, man, what is it with Zach and his inability to just stick to what works? You know, I think some metrics of the passing game was working. Some of the play action was definitely working. We saw good passes thrown to, you know, Kyle Pitts, and that's just exactly what happens when the run game is competent and it works. And the one thing that just kept pissing me off was, it's like, man, we're not taking enough shots because those linebackers for the Colts, bro, they were like right over the D tackles. Like, they were hovering closer than normal. A good play action. Oh my God, man, we could have ripped shit of this Colts defense, or at least the middle of it. But Zach, I don't know, man. Tunnel vision, or whatever the fuck it was, man. He just couldn't pivot and see that for himself, man. That's the frustrating part still with him, man. Him learning these things in the NFL world, bro.
It's there are instances where he calls a really good drive, and you're like, okay, maybe he's figuring it out, and then he gets. Yeah, thanks, Jim. We're okay with it. Hey, by the way, we're okay with it. We got 2 studs, so we're okay.
Exactly,
with it.
We're good, brother.
But it's frustrating because of the inconsistencies and just like not understanding the flow. It's just kind of like he's throwing stuff at a wall, like a painter throwing stuff on a canvas, hoping that it turns out into a masterpiece. And there's no like, you can see certain plays that he calls. It's like, okay, you can run this exact thing, but run something else out of it, which would then keep the defense guessing. Oh, it's going to be this. No, it's actually that. That's where his ability as a play caller, he hasn't evolved. And that's something we've talked about since last year. And if you have an inability to grow in your position, well, guess what? You're not ready for said position.
You're not.
On top of that, his staff is not doing their job. The offensive line, you know, our center is struggling in run blocking, in pass protection. He is struggling, right? We had a backup left guard who I thought overall had an okay game.
Kyle Hinton.
Stepping up for the injured Matthew Bergeron. I thought he did an okay job. But, you know, you have simple end tackle stunts that are just killing this offensive line. And so then I look at Dwayne Ledford like, Dwayne, okay, so let's say we have a big on big pass protection scheme. Bob for short, or a 5-0 for you football nerds. If we have that, what are we doing to communicate these stunts? The answer is nothing, because once the guys latch on, they're carrying, and that guy's just looping free, like you know, dead to right to Michael Penix, and then you want your quarterback to be able to set up, feel comfortable. He wasn't comfortable at all in the second half.
Yeah, no, he wasn't.
It was very evident that he wasn't comfortable, and then on top of that, hey, number 7, Bijan, we love him. He didn't play a great game.
Man.
He missed some holes. He missed some openings. It was the Tyler Algier game, which that's fine.
That's fine, yeah.
The staff and us as fans, we say it. Bijan's 1A, Tyler's 1B. Okay, that's it. And you feed the hot hand. And at times, hey, Zach was doing that. It was like, okay, let's keep it going. But again, it just falls to the flow. And then TJ Yates. Just so you guys know, if Zach Robinson were to be fired, that's your play caller, because he is the pass game coordinator. Okay.
Yep.
His passing concepts, terrible, trash. Where did our pass game coordinator go to? Didn't he go to Indiana?
Oh shit. He did. Yeah, he did. Oh, as an OC.
Look at him now with Fernando Mendoza, killing it over there. Okay.
Yep.
our passing concepts are mediocre at best, probably below average. And then he's coaching the wide receiver where you're kind of trying to give this perspective. Okay, like this is a quarterback. He's talking to the receivers, what we're looking for. But you see the lack of effort blocking on screens. You see the lack of effort blocking on the backside runs. Like, that's bad coaching. Starts with the OC. It starts with the head coach, then down to the OC, down to the position coaches. So it's just bad right now.
Yeah, dude. In the summertime, when DeBoer ever did become available after he was released by the Seahawks, I'm like, if you want to put a competent staff or you want to put a staff that can help Penix, I think you go grab his former coach, his former Washington Husky coach, name him the pass game coordinator. Because what was DeBoer having him do in Washington? Pass the ball all around, having him see the entire field. And it might have worked. We probably wouldn't be seeing the problems that we have right now with Michael Penix, right? Because some of his, inconsistencies did show itself, the footwork, the mechanic, and it just leads to all this speculation. What are these coaches actually teaching Michael Penix? And then we dropped today's presser when he was asked, who do you lean on for advice within that organization?
I think that quote is being blown up. Initially, I reacted. I dropped a WTF on that because I was like,
yep.
Are you kidding me? But I think Michael answered the question how he thought it was asked. And so he answered it truthfully. So then I think everyone on Twitter is reacting to a certain way. But then you have the inside media perspective, Maria Martin. And then you have Garrett, who responded to my tweet and said, hey, this is being spun out of context. That's not what he was saying. This is what he was actually saying. So I think it's being twisted a little bit. And then you have troll accounts that say certain things and then people run with it, like myself. I reacted too quickly and then I deleted that tweet because I mean, everyone's poking at it, right? Michael struggled. You just said it. His mechanics were off. It's something he has to get corrected. I like your idea of Grubb as the pass game coordinator. Okay. I don't want him as an OC, but if he's going to come up with some passing concepts for his quarterback that he knows, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. But it's just, it feels like the young man's confidence was in the toilet. If you watch the presser after the game, I agree with people saying it looked like he was on the verge of tears because he cares so much. And he was, anyone, growing up, I'll admit to it, when I would get angry, the tears would just roll out of my eyes because I didn't know how else to cope. And it looked like that was going to happen because he was so hard on himself. So if you want to find a bright spot, him saying Raheem talked to him and Raheem saying that and telling him, look, don't be so hard on yourself. This is a team sport, right? Yes, you made mistakes, but we can correct said mistakes. That's what you want. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what you want. That's the quote people aren't running with because Penix did say, yes, Raheem talked to me. It helped me remember that I don't need to be so hard on myself. I just need to play better. I need to do my job.
This is interesting. Hopeful. Thank you for coming through this evening, man. Says, what about snagging Brian Daboll for OC the rest of the year? Not so much as an OC because I don't think they'll show Zach the door, but as an offensive consultant the rest of the way, I would be on this 1,000% because what is Daboll known for? The maturation of quarterback. Look at Josh Allen, right? Spent 3 years with him, just developing him, and that's the key word, development, which is what I want to just kind of like go back to, development, right? Such a big word that holds a lot of weight, development, right? And then you look at this Falcons staff, from TJ Yates, to Zach Robinson himself, to the quarterback coach now. What's that young man's name? DJ Williams, right?
Williams,
DJ Williams. What pedigree do they have in this NFL world that has a successful track record saying, oh, he's responsible for molding that young man at quarterback? None of them do. So Penix, TJ, DJ, and Zach all came into this as first timers. I think that spells doom from the jump, man. Who's going to learn off of what? The player has to benefit the most from what they, from their teachers, these quarterbacks. But these quarterbacks really don't have enough time in the game to be able to show Penix anything. DJ Williams, we plucked him from the New Orleans Saints organization. He was an offensive assistant, did work with some QBs, but he worked with Derek Carr. Derek Carr was already a veteran in the league. What do you actually go? What are you going to teach a guy like Derek Carr, who's been an NFL vet already for what 8 or 9 years? What are you going to teach him? Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, it's
It's tough. For me, it's a tough marriage right now. It's these guys that are on staff don't equate to the talent and the just the talent that Michael Penix is for the Falcons.
yeah, and guys, you got to remember these coaches. Yes, to a certain extent, they kind of talk to him about his mechanics, but it's up to the player to fix his mechanics. So Michael's got to really get in the lab and work on his footwork, work on his hips, working in unison with his arm. That's up to him. What coaches are meant to do is to be teachers of the game.
Yeah.
What are they doing? What are they telling him? Hey, if the corner has this type of leverage or this linebacker's lined up here in this formation, this is typically what it's going to be. This is what we're saying. Like, those are the type of things that Michael should be learning and understanding, because there were, we'll talk about the first sack that he fumbled, right, on that Cam Bynum blitz, right? He did a good job. He checked the play.
Exactly. He checked it. Yes, thank you for bringing that up.
He trusted what he saw. He checked it. But why is he looking to Kyle? He didn't look towards Kyle. He looked towards the trip side. So hey, Mike, if you're checking something, you have to look at Kyle too, your receiver, and say, hey, you're getting checked too. Because I think he wanted Kyle to run a shorter route on a quick throw, but Kyle still ran his clear out. The arrow route that Bijan ran in the flat was there. So if he was there and he got it to Bijan, that's 4 or 5 yards that you could maybe get. Maybe Bijan makes a guy miss. Maybe it's a first down. But the disconnect there, that's where the coaches come in. It's like, okay, Mike, good job here. Yes, you don't know if everyone's coming, but if they are, you check to a quick pass. Alert, 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 right?
Yeah.
But what happened here? You didn't turn your head and look at Kyle like, hey, you too. Those are the type of things you got to get fixed.
Lisa asked, did Yates work with Penix at all during the offseason? I remember Penix, London, and Pitts worked together, but was Yates ever around during the summer? And if you're referring to maybe like those offseason videos that we see with all the wide receivers working together, I don't think that the coaches actually do go and attend to those. They save that more for training camp. I did see Yates talk a lot to Penix in training camp. Bless you, brother. Bless you. But yeah, to answer your question, Lisa, I think he was. But again, what is
banana bread French toast?
What is Yates offer? Oh boy, what is this? Oh,
this is banana bread French toast. What?
That is awesome.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay.
I love banana bread, dude.
But homemade banana bread turned into French toast.
W's all around the place, man.
Anyways, I personally don't like TJ Yates. Personally, as a coach, there's a difference in coaching styles, and I understand that. Okay. But certain players need certain type of coaches, and I don't think Yates is the right guy for Michael. I don't think so, because to me, has anyone seen the Josh McDaniels clip talking to Drake May? Hey, you're good. Don't worry about it. Let's get back to it. You're okay. Don't worry about it, right? Yates almost gives, to me, it feels like Yates gives Michael Penix Jr. the cold shoulder. Like, he just listens to Michael, but then doesn't give anything in return. Yes, he talks to him, but it doesn't feel like it's constructive or productive to help Michael. So what does Michael do? He doesn't talk to anyone. Why would he talk to someone that he doesn't feel was helping? Would you talk to someone at your job that isn't helping you, that you're like not benefiting from? No. Could you say, hey, what's up? How you doing in passing? Sure. But like, to everyone's point, is like, I don't think I've ever seen Zach Robinson go and sit down next to him and say, let's go look at the tablet together. What happened? What is he do? What is Zach Robinson doing in between series? Like, truly, I'm gonna pay closer attention if I can see it, what he's doing. I'm gonna try and see what's going on, because you should be going. The whole purpose of you coming from the booth down to the field is to be there for your quarterback.
Absolutely. Sit down with him, take the tablet, show him windows of where he could have thrown, where the opportunity was. Yeah, I agree, man. Don't worry about it. What's going on, man? He says, I don't like any of these reties besides Ulbrich. Honestly, there needs to be a reset. Reset, no more holdovers from previous regimes. I agree 100%, man. And in fact, depending on how the season shakes out, you might see everybody exodus minus Ulbrich. I think they'll do everything in their power to keep Ulbrich and keep Nate Ollie as well. Well, you know what? Your face says this to me. Yeah, but probably not because new regime might want to bring their own set of people.
So typically, right? Typically, a new head coach is like, I've got my guys, and I want to bring them.
Yeah, yeah. Ah, man, that sucks because
it sucks because Ulbrich.
Oh man,
Ulbrich truly has done a phenomenal job. He knows he's got to fix the run defense, but one of the biggest things in the last decade that has plagued the Atlanta Falcons, he has turned around, not just rushing 4, not just rushing 5, but 6, 7, 5. You don't know where it's coming from, and we're going to put pressure on that quarterback. That is something he talked about in one of his first pressers. Yes, sacks are nice, but we need to get pressure on the quarterback, throw off the timing, get him off the spot, and that's how we get off the field. And he's living up to his word. Brother. He's living up to his word.
You say pressure. On Sunday, we pressured Daniel Jones 20 times out of his dropbacks. 20 QB pressures we finished with.
How many dropbacks
for 7? That stat I don't have, but we did have 20 QB pressures on Sunday with 7 sacks and an interception forced on Daniel Jones, man. So yeah, you know, Ulbrich has these guys humming. And you know, you might say, you might say a lot, but the most fixable thing going into next year is just the run defense. Why? Because we got 2 studs on the edges right now. And JPJ and Jalen Walker, brother. These guys are playing their hearts out, man.
How many pressures did you say we had?
From what I counted, was 20.
20. Want to know how many dropbacks Daniel Jones had?
Please let us know.
Hold on. So I have my math. You said how many pressures? 20?
20.
Daniel Jones dropped back 26 times.
Oh.
That is a 77% pressure rate. Damn near every single drop back. He was pressured. Damn near every single snap. And this is supposed to be one of the best offensive lines in the entire league. We were working them like that.
Brother, they've only allowed 6 sacks on the year. We finished the game with 7.
No, you're lying.
I swear. Yo, dude,
I didn't know that. I did not know that. That's
6
insane.
sacks on the year.
Oh my.
So if we look up right now on ESPN, it should say a nice big old 13 for the Indianapolis Colts and the quarterback sacked.
Hold on, I'm pulling it up right now because I want to see how many the Steelers had against them the week before because they were getting to them that game as well. So Daniel Jones was sacked 5 times. So in a span of 2 games, he's been sacked 12 times, and we've sacked him the single most times of any team, and we surpassed the season sack total given up by that offensive line, which is crazy. That's crazy,
man.
If you told me that last year after their performance, I would have been like, man, you dreaming.
Yeah.
You're dreaming. There's no way.
Let me see. So,
man,
now he's been sacked a total of 21 times given the 2 games, given these last 2 games. But going into that one, bro, that's crazy. That's good stuff, man. That's good stuff by the Falcons, man. It just sucks. And I put a tweet out. I was like, man, look, we have 29 sacks on the year going through 10 weeks, and I can't even enjoy it. I can't enjoy it. I cannot enjoy it. The Falcons right now rank 5th in the NFL in sacks. When the hell was the last time the Falcons were top anything on defense, let alone the sack department?
Bro, we have 5 sacks in 3 games. We haven't done that since '82, right? Or something like that.
Yeah, something crazy like that. Yeah. It's unreal, man. So really, Ulbrich is doing a masterful job with these guys, man.
He knows he's got to fix the run defense, and I think when Diablo comes back, it'll get better.
Yes, and we'll touch on the news that we received today on Divine Diablo and a couple other members of the Atlanta Falcons. But before we, turn our sets into that news and previewing the Carolina Panthers, we can still got to talk about the offense because there's things to this offense that still obviously need to be worked on. More importantly, third downs, right? 0 for 8 on third down on Sunday. Overall, in these last 4 games, this 4-game losing streak, the Falcons are 12 of 48 on third downs, good for only 28%, which is piss poor.
Yeah, it's piss poor.
Piss poor, man, because obviously everybody says it, right? It's the talent on this Falcons offense doesn't equal the percentage, the third down offense being as bad as it is. That just simply goes back to the coaching and play calling of Zach Robinson and what he's been. He's dialing up bad play calls on third down, having this offense in less than favorable spots, man. You want to be in that sweet spot, that 3rd and 2, 3rd and 5 range where things are manageable. Instead, the Falcons are facing 3rd and long situations, 3rd and 10, 3rd and 15.
Like every single third down, we were in 3rd and long.
We were in 3rd and long. That's you're dooming yourself right off the gate with that, man. So, yeah, man, hopefully against our next opponent, the Carolina Panthers, man, that can change because, man, 12 of 48 the last 4 games, that's bad, man. That's really, really bad, brother.
Poor, man.
It definitely is, man.
They know it's like, okay, what was the first thing at the beginning of the year? Red zone issues. That seems to be corrected. Now it's becoming third down issues, which it wasn't a problem there. So it's like, oh, we've got a problem. Let's focus over here. And then something else becomes a problem. It's like, oh, let's focus over here. Now something else has become a problem. It's like, come on, man. You got to be able to just put it all together. No one's expecting 100% on third down. But we're expecting better than 28%? We're expecting better than that. Closer to 40% would be like, okay, we're not bad. We could be a little better, but hey, we've got things going. But it's not even that. It's frustrating. Yeah.
It is, man. It is. Shout out Carrie in the chat. She said, "What's going on, Berto and Bro? What's going on, Carrie?"
Look, Carrie. My wife made me banana bread French toast.
What a W! I love it, man. What'd you say, babe? The kitchen's closed. Why? Because it's 9:30. Yeah, man, brother got to eat, man. Kitchen's closed over here, bro.
Go get you a protein bar. You'll be all right.
Hell no, bro. Hell no, man. But no, man, we got to move on. We got some Falcons news to bring up. And this one, you mentioned the name earlier that should excite a lot of Falcon fans, and that's the return of Divine Diablo, man. As it was mentioned, his 21-day window opens next week, making him eligible to return. He's looked good by Raheem's account. So, he undoubtedly was the glue to this defense. And you notice in the 4-game skid how teams have been able to attack Atlanta more in the middle of this defense. Getting Divine Diablo is going to be good. It's going to be good, which spells the end of number 40.
Thank
going
God.
Forward.
Thank God. You know what?
Lou, what's happening, Unc?
What's up, Lou? We just got to cut our losses there, right? Because someone's roster spot's going to be lost. And it doesn't need to be Ronnie Harrison.
Dude, oh my God, riot if that happens.
Ronnie Harrison has done a phenomenal job. You know what, Terry? Eat your pride. JD, I think the concussions have caught up to him. It's not working out. Hey, this player didn't pan out. You did it with Jace McClellan.
Yeah.
The 6th rounder, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Captain America. Your serum didn't work. Time to go. Because I kid you not, dude. I kid you not.
That was the best fucking line we've ever seen on here. The serumless Steve Rogers.
Anyways, but I kid you not, bro. Before the show, I was like, someone mentioned special teams. I'm like, okay, I gotta see for my own eyes because I don't really watch the special teams tape when I'm watching it. Right? It's more offense, more defense. That's what I'm looking at. But I'm like, okay, special teams matter. Let's look. And I kid you not, almost every single punt coverage, punt return, kickoff coverage, either number 40 wasn't blocked or couldn't hold a block, was getting juked out of his shoes, was missing a tackle, or was not keeping his lane integrity. There's one punt return. He got in DeMarco Helm's way. Like, that's DeMarco's lane. You move over. And then because he was in DeMarco's way, the punt went for about 30 yards when it should have been tackled for 5.
For 5, yeah.
Like, it's bad. Number 40 has to go. I keep Josh Woods,
Mhm.
keep Ronnie Harrison. Those are your two special teams linebackers, and get Diablo back.
Look at the
440.
40
Pour one
what
out
number.
for number 40 because his time
Yeah.
is up. He's got to go, and if he gets a redemption arc with another team, kudos to him. But his time in Atlanta needs to be over.
He says, Vernon Bros, I got the moving truck ready, man.
He lives in Georgia. He's not going far.
Oh man, that's awesome, man. It could spell that because there is an interesting prospect on his way to Atlanta or coming back, and that's Malik Verdon, the safety out of Iowa, went undrafted. Was part of that gem class of Falcons undrafted free agents. The 6'4", 220 linebacker converted to safety is exactly the prototype of linebacker that Coach Ulbrich likes. He's on his way back. He's designated to return. So yeah, Bertan's days might be numbered. I mean, we got to see what Malik Verdon has to offer. He did have an okay, preseason. Not preseason, but training camp because he was out in the preseason. But we'll see. We'll see what Malik Verdon has to offer, and if he can latch on and show just competence, or he can move better, or if he can move anything like Ronnie, then it's over for Bertan.
Look, you have to have a game plan in the future, and if Malik Verdon stays healthy and he can develop in the next 2 years to truly learn how to play that linebacker role, like Diablo. Remember, Diablo's on a 2-year deal.
Yep.
If Diablo ends up walking on that second year, but Verdon is ready and you can just plug and play that, that's the development that you want on your team. You have a guy, you see the potential, you put him with the right coach, and then a couple years later, he is ready to go and he's making an impact on your team.
I'm not wasting a 40 on 40.
Hey man, I wouldn't either, to be honest with you. I wouldn't either, man. I spent good money on that 40. I ain't wasting it. I hate it.
Fact, man. Our brother Brendan with the $2 donation. Thank you, man. He said it's clear our coaches don't focus on film. There's a lot of things they miss out on. I mean, I wouldn't say that they don't watch it, but
it feels that way.
Feels that way. Yeah.
That way.
Yeah, absolutely, man. KXPN, what's going on, brother? He says just join. What's going on, boys? All is well, man. We're just glad that you can join this evening, man. T. Terry says, fellas, will Nick Nash play in this game? Blair probably has a better shot at coming up than him.
Drummond seems to be the guy in favor.
Dylan Drummond, yes.
Yeah, he seems to be the guy that they favor right now.
Yeah. He does have some speed, and he did look good for the first 2 games in preseason. Dylan Drummond did. He was the main target. So
he was.
We'll see what happens. So speaking of wide receivers and the crazy bombshell that most of us kind of knew, but a lot of us didn't know, the Darnell Mooney situation and the broken collarbone, right? And I was there. That happened just feet away from where I was standing in training camp. It didn't look good when he landed. It really didn't. But in true Warrior fashion, he jumped up and he took himself off the field on under his own power. And that's the last we've heard of. That was the last we heard of Darnell Mooney. That was July 24th, right? And then to say now that, yeah, sure, he had a broken collarbone, that's tough because do we marry the situation that's going on with him, his pass catching ability, his just sluggish ways of playing the wide receiver 2 spot right now, him not being the explosive receiver he was last year? Is it because he's still timid? Is because he's still recovering from that injury? I don't know what gives, man. But one thing for sure, if we knew from the jump that was the case, brother, there was a lot of wide receivers available around that time. And there's a guy in New England that's kind of doing some work right now in Stephon Diggs. We probably wouldn't have no chance in signing him, but, you can't help but think, man, would the Falcons have joined that, that club and trying to, sign him or bring other names in other than DJ Chark? That's the receiver that we brought in, and he didn't even make the roster.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I get the outrage because people just want transparency from the coaching staff, Raheem. And I remember you telling me what you saw, and I was like, that's got to be we both talked about it. It was like, he's got to have broken his collarbone or something to be out like that and not practicing. I don't think it was a full break, or else he probably wouldn't be playing this year. It's probably a fracture. But yeah, I get it. I get the uproar. I don't know that his injury is plaguing him right now. I just truly think that there's no chemistry between him and Penix because he was injured. They haven't gotten the repetitions that some of these other guys have gotten with Penix through camp, through the season, all this stuff. Like, he's just now working his way back in, which is quite unfortunate because I think Darnell Mooney still has the ability to be that guy. But I know we're frustrated. I was frustrated on that drop towards the end of the game. It was game changing because if he catches it, gets a couple more yards, goes out of bounds, hey, we have a legit shot of kicking a game-winning field goal. But it is what it is, and I get it. I agree. There's some transparency not being said that's been told to me. I can't share with you guys, but it pissed me off when I heard it, and I agree. There does need to be some more transparency. Just be honest. Who cares? If they're out, they're out. It is what it is.
It is what it is. Exactly.
Quit dragging them on because I think it was Kerry that tweeted it out. He kept saying that Mooney was day to day. Brother, broken collarbone is not day to day.
Hell no, you are out indefinitely, man. But Bones comes in with a question. What practice squad players do y'all feel good about that could develop and contribute next year or two? I'll give you two names.
Go for it.
And I like Nick Nash. I really do. I think he can develop into something nice, a nice solid possession receiver for Atlanta. The other one, he was elevated, but Joshua Gray, the offensive lineman.
Yep.
I would like to see Atlanta give him a go at center. Now I caught flame for that, and by his one of the coaches a coach that coached Joshua Gray. He's like, no, you don't want him at center. He's athletic enough. Sure, he's played every position. He's like, you have to keep him at guard, but I'm like, listen, we got Bergeron and Lindstrom. Those guys aren't going anywhere, right? I don't know if he's nimble enough to play, right or left tackle. Yeah. My next bet would be center. We need competition there with New Zealand, unless Atlanta strikes gold in free agency and they're able to, land a Tyler Lindenbaum from the Ravens.
Hey man, all I'm saying when you bring up his name, you want to make an impact, you fucking throw the bag, pardon my French, at Tyler Lindenbaum. You throw it at him next to Chris Lindstrom and then Caleb McGarry coming back.
Brother, that's Alex Mack fucking potential right there.
So you want to talk about taking a workload off Penix? Hey, Tyler, you're in charge of calling out the mic. You're in charge of the protection. You're in charge of this. Tyler will go up there and Mike will be like, all right, cool. And then he doesn't have to worry about that. That's less off his play. That's almost having Jason Kelsey on at your center position. That is a smart guy. That is athletic. One of the best centers in the league right now. Like, that is someone you throw a bag at. Do I think we have an opportunity to sign him? No, because I think ultimately they may tag him or sign him like the Ravens like to do, drag this out, blah, 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 blah. But there's a reason they didn't pick up his fifth year. His fifth year would have been more than what centers are making right now in the league. So I think it's a very long shot, but if he truly decides to test the market, that is someone you go after.
What does T. Terry mean here? Berto do have a
New England
on the side.
Oh,
hell no.
Yeah, no. He does.
Do I have a New England jersey?
No.
Not even close, brother. Not even close. No.
I'll give you someone from the practice squad. Is Simeon Burrow still on the practice squad? I don't think so. No, but if he comes back, sure. Yeah. Kobe Bryant is one.
Yeah.
I'd like to see really develop. Could add some really good depth to a position where right now we kind of need it. And Nick Nash was one. Joshua Gray was going to be someone, but Malik Vernon is the other guy. We touched on him earlier. Just defensive guys, mold them, get them to understand the game, work on their technical stuff, tell them what they need to work on. Kobe Bryant is a workaholic. Like, we see him post on social media all the time. He will work his tail off. And I'm sure the other guys would too. But those are guys I would really look at in the next year or two to develop and potentially make this roster.
Yeah. So now going back to the Darnell Mooney situation, right? Do you think that was just confidence in the coaching staff on the players that they have on him, or just overall mismanagement of what they had? Because what were we sold in training camp? Oh, Casey Washington's ready. Casey Washington's ready to make that leap. Casey Washington hasn't done a goddamn thing.
He has been hurt, though. He has been hurt. But at the same time, hold on. I think Casey's played okay. Okay. I think Casey is taking the next step. But at the same time, when you have an offense play caller not really designing things for him, right? And then you have Michael that's really only targeting Drake because that's who he has full confidence in. Can't really blame him. You know, Casey was the big reason why Bijan broke that big run against Buffalo. He threw a hell of a block on the edge. Like Casey, I think Casey's fine. I truly do. David Sills, what a find, right? I think David Sills is going to pan out, right? I think we have good depth, but it's young depth.
Okay.
What it is. So
gotcha.
I think people are, you know, they're upset for a reason, right? Winning cures all, but losing brings out all the worst in a team. So I get it.
Smitty Sports Machine is in the house, folks. Smitty Sports Machine, him and A1, man, the pop-up boys. Find them, I think, every Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken, at 8. They come on live, man. Make sure you go follow Smitty Sports Machine and A1 Forever. Great duo there. Simeon is gone. Should have kept him. Ended up cutting Taquan Graham. And Taquan just ended up with somebody.
Philly?
Who
else? Who else?
Who else? Jesus. Like they need anybody else. He goes on to say also mismanagement all the way. Bones comes back to say, if we sign Linderbaum somehow, I don't give a fuck what else we do. We win. We won trenches.
Bro, I'm all for it.
I'm all for it, brother. I am all for that, man. I don't give a shit what. Make him the highest paid center. He's trending that way anyways. He's trending that way.
That legitimately is an Alex Mack type signing that changes the entire front. Do you know how much better Matthew Bergeron is ascending, right? It's not linear, right? He has his moments but he's still climbing, right? Do you know how much better he's going to be? Do you know how much? Hey, Ryan Nuzile, solid backup, right? We see his struggles now, but if you have the opportunity to make this go from an okay starting center to an elite starting center, you take that opportunity 10 out of 10 times.
Absolutely, man. For those wondering, if you want to reference back this video during free agency, your boys here came up with that, brother. Alex Max type signing right there, man. Abso-freaking-lutely, man. We love it, man. We love that. We love that. Oh, he got me with this one because I got him on Twitter the other day. Foul mouth, man. Foul mouth, man. Shame on you, man. But yes, man. All right. So we cleared the air with the Darnell Mooney situation. Now we got to turn our sights to Carolina, a Carolina team that was humbled by the New Orleans Saints and Tyler Shook, their rookie QB. Like, listen, I'm not here to praise the New Orleans Saints, but that offense looked a whole lot better and in better sync, more explosive with Tyler Shook.
Yep, he did.
It was nice. And I said this on the roundtable the other night. I was like, wow, man, you guys get rid of Rashid Shaheed, and all of a sudden your offense looks better. And TJ brought up a great point. He goes, well, when you make him the focal point of your offense, you kind of tend to forget everything else, right? And what was forgotten came to light in the form of Chris Olave, who worked J.C. Horn on that outside. Ooh, hate to hear that one with Drake London coming up. And then, obviously, you know, the Carolina Panthers just a shell of themselves. Rico Dowdle held to only 54 yards. New Orleans overall just did a fantastic job just shutting down that entire offense. An offense that was clicking, right? They were on a 4-game winning streak. Obviously, Bryce still the game manager that he is. And another stat, and shout out King's Landing because he was talking about this earlier, but I further on it. 8 out of the 9 games this year, that young man has been held to under 200 yards passing. That's pretty bad for you, what you call a franchise quarterback. So really, you know, going back to the game, right? We definitely got to get our lick back. You know, 30-0 is nothing to be boastful about unless you're a Carolina fan. But Atlanta has their work cut out going up against the Carolina Panthers, man. The Falcons have their work cut out going up against the Carolina Panthers. In this game, right, Bro Talk, wow, how do you exemplify a game, or how do you like hype up a game so much more? This is the game of the year for Atlanta.
It truly is.
Win and you're still in contention, lose, pack it up. It's time to go to Cancun. That's just how I feel. What are your thoughts?
Well, yeah, I mean 3-7 versus 4-6. That's a huge deal, right? I said a realistic record for this team was 10-7, right? It didn't. I didn't think it would be 3-6 at this point after week 10.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be closer to 500. But if you lose this game, I don't care if it's close. I don't care if we get blown out. Like, it doesn't matter. If you lose this game, playoffs are completely out of reach because guess what? You still have Seattle and you still have LA. And then you still have Tampa one more time, right? Those are 3 games that are going to be probably our biggest tests. Not saying the Cardinals aren't good, not saying the Aints can't beat us, but you have to take it one game at a time. And, fans and the team, I'm sure, want their lick back after getting embarrassed in week 3.
This is an interesting question here by Smitty. He says, who will lose out if we do that? Who will lose a big contract? And I think he's referencing the Tyler Lindenbaum situation if Atlanta does.
So there's ways to work the money, guys. Like Tyler Lindenbaum's contract, you really could backload, like Terry did for AJ Terrell's contract.
Exactly.
So you can backload it because cutting Kirk Cousins will save you $22.5 million right off the spot. If you do a post June 1st cut, remember the money doesn't hit until June 1st, right? But you end up saving $35 million. So you would save about $13.5 more million. But in the grand scheme of things, does it help you? Because you got to sign free agents once free agent window opens, things of that nature. I mean, we've got free agents like Caden Ellis, who's going to be 31. Kyle Pitts is a free agent. Do you tag him? What's the tag look like? Tyler Algier is a free agent. Ronnie Harrison is going to be a free agent. You could probably sign him to a minimum deal. Trey Anderson, do you re-sign him for a minimum deal as well?
No. Goodbye. Troy Anderson?
Sign him to a minimum deal. $1 million.
No quiero.
$1 million. Unguaranteed money. So if you cut him, you get all your
money. You don't lose on. Yeah, you don't lose out on nothing.
So a lot of the guys, the biggest guys really are Caden Ellis, Kyle Pitts, and then Tyler Algier. Arnold Ebiketie is going to be a free agent, but he's probably going to walk. He sounded like he wanted a fresh start. So really and truly, as far as saving any more money, the only things you could really do is do any type of restructuring. You could restructure Jake Matthews. You can restructure Chris.
Wait, I thought we were done with Jake. I thought we couldn't anymore.
No, you can because he's got a new contract. You can restructure some of that money.
Okay, so McGarry comes into play too then.
McGarry, right? This was his last year of his deal, so now he's in his second year, so you can restructure him. Like, do you want to restructure the guys? No. You don't want to kick the money down the can, right? If you only cut Kirk, well, you've got about $25.5 million to spend. Not a lot. Not a lot, but you can work the money around to do that. Do you think AJ Terrell is going to be here? I do. So you can restructure him, right? That's another $10 million, right? Another $10 million. You extend out Drake London. You're saving money there. Darnell Mooney, do you keep him? He's an $11 million cap hit. Do you cut him? That's an $11 million savings right there. He's going to be 29. We don't know. There's a multitude of ways that you can make things happen because the front load, our biggest contracts are Kirk Cousins, Caleb McGarry, Jake Matthews, and Chris Lindstrom.
Those are probably the bottom 3 of the guys that'll probably get restructured with one being released.
Now you could also restructure Jesse Bates. That's $9.5 million. Like all these numbers are based off over the cap. They're not 100% guaranteed, but it gives you an idea of what the Falcons can do. There are ways around it, but we won't know until, hey, is Terry coming back? Are we getting a new GM? We are kind of in that no man's land where we really don't know what's going to happen. What we need to make sure that happens is we go out there and we win against a division opponent.
Yeah, and to be honest too, man, I just don't believe in the salary cap anymore, man. Especially when you watch teams year in and year out like New Orleans, always in the flipping red, but they find ways to sign guys. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, does the salary cap even exist really? You got to be good at, being an actuary, one of those numbers type people. And the NFL front office, they're loaded with them. So I think the Falcons could definitely be very active in this free agency coming up now.
It's not a lot of big names coming out. There's going to be a lot of depth players that are going to hit the market. You'll get your Trey Hendricksons. You'll get, certain players like that are older. Tyler Linderbaum is going to be the cash cow. There are a lot of teams that are going to be asking for his services. It's can you outbid them, but also not hurt your team? Can you sell him on the point like, hey, you could play next to Chris. You've been playing with Falele for the past certain amount of years. You could actually have some help on your right side. And then, hey, Matthew Bergeron, who, if he makes the Pro Bowl, is a Pro Bowl left guard, right? We've got some pretty stuff. Like you talk to him about the cohesiveness of the unit. right? It's all about pitching it and who the the representation is. So it'll be interesting for sure.
Yeah. Franchise tag Pitts need new direction.
I don't know
I
what
don't
the let me see what the
think it's 14.
15.
15? Okay.
15.8. So if you tag Pitts, you just spent 15.8 million of your.
Mm-hmm.
Do you do that? No, probably not.
No, probably
No,
not,
you
man.
either try and extend him and say, Kyle, this is what we think is fair. If you want to test the market, go for it. But we could see Kyle Pitts walk.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
I wouldn't be surprised. Hey, he's been tied to them in trade scenarios. Travis Kelce rides off into the sunset, and Kyle Pitts takes over.
Could happen. Imagine him in an Andy Reid offense. Oh my God.
Imagine him with Patrick Mahomes, man.
Yeah, but we say that, right? And it's like he can't even get going here. So what makes you think, he can do that?
It's all about confidence with Kyle. You start feeding him the rock like Kelce gets fed.
Maybe so, right?
Good things happen.
Yeah, man. So back to the Carolina game. This was great. Oh, as a matter of fact, hold on. There they are here. The coach's corner. What is going on? What's good, Pirtle and panel? People smash that like button. We certainly do appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. We're looking forward to some collaborations with you guys down the line, man. Sorry this evening you had to ask, but I was just, caught up with work, brother. But yes, man. We're definitely looking forward to that. The Pitt situation, like we mentioned, man, could be something that happens. It could be a tag in place, might not be a tag in place. But a lot of people do feel his time in Atlanta is up, 5 years too much. We'll see how he ends this at the end of the year. Right now, he's 420 yards and a touchdown. We'll see what happens. There's still 8 games left. Or 7 games.
Yeah, we have a ways to go before we really I haven't even started diving into prospects. I haven't dove in fully into free agency because I'm more so looking at what the Falcons can do to correct the ship. And you guys need to be prepared, right? I put out a tweet earlier today. Packer fans want Matt LaFleur gone.
Woo!
They want him gone, right? They're blaming him for the loss and the losses they've had where the defense has, held teams under 13 points, right? I don't think it's him. I think it's his quarterback. But if he does become available and Raheem does enough to keep his job and Zach either gets fired or leaves, that's one of Raheem's buddies. Last time Raheem hired a buddy this past offseason worked out pretty well. Worked out pretty well for the defense.
I can see where you guys go. Where you going with that? Do you guys think this is Tyler's last year? No.
Hey, Unc. I'm going to be real with you. I think it is only because a bag will be thrown his way. I think a bag. Now, I don't know him like you do, Unc, but if he wants to stay with his dogs like Bijan and all the guys here and he wants to stay and take a cheaper deal, I would love for him to come back. All the fans would love for him to come back. But if he gets offered close to top dollar for a running back, it'd be kind of hard for him to turn it down. I know he went to BYU. I'm assuming I don't know where he's from, but I'm assuming he's from the West Coast. If the LA Rams come calling, LA Chargers, San Fran 49ers, right? What if Christian McCaffrey is not what he wants? Arthur Smith will be clamoring for him to go to Pittsburgh. He could be the lead guy, even though Jalen Warren's playing nice. He's not Tyler. Tyler's a lot better of a running back. Yeah, and it'll be hard. I would hate to see him go. I really, really would hate to see him go.
I'll go on a limb and say I think he'll be one of the first. He's from California. Yeah, he'll be one of the first free agents that Atlanta takes care of, in-house free agents.
So who else? Who else could potentially take him? The Seattle
West
Seahawks.
Coast team, Seattle Seahawks.
K9 ain't it, bro.
He's not. But they got Zach Charbonnet, the kid out of UCLA. He's not doing anything either.
No, Tyler is.
Tyler's better than
an upgraded version of Charbonnet.
Yeah. You're right.
So I could totally see him. I would hate to see him in a Seahawk uniform, but I'd be cheering him on no matter where he went. He's been an awesome guy for the Atlanta Falcons. What a find!
Absolutely.
In the 5th round, and but if he is taken care of, I think we'll all be happy.
Oh my God! You said what would you say? He was a great find in the 5th round.
One of the few that Terry has found in the 5th round.
Oh, okay. All right.
Probably the only one that he's actually found that has panned out. 5th round has not been kind to Terry. And then also losing it last year because of Kirk's mouth.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. But yeah, man.
Hey, Coach's Corner. It's at Dirty Bird Central on YouTube. At Dirty Bird Central. Appreciate you.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Oh man. So man, we've gotten into so many other things other than the Panthers preview.
I
I
mean,
love it, bro.
it is what it is, right?
This is a wonderful thing.
Bryce Young is struggling. Like their fans
Very
are.
much so.
I think the fans are out on him.
Yeah,
Like they're
safe to
out
say.
on him. They're ready to
Yeah.
move on from Bryce Young. It just doesn't seem like he can put it all together. But we saw him put it together enough. Hey, man, we love him.
Absolutely, man.
We love him. We've seen Bryce Young be able to do enough and gouge the defense because they had short fields, right? It's all going to come down to the offense. It's all going to come down to the offense. Can they generate long drives, right? They've been gashed. They can get run on. But will the OC do that? It's all dependent on that. And I know Michael's going to be looking to come out and play better than he did last week, play better than he did in week 3, and just prove a point like I can be that guy. Because he did mention he does see the noise. He does see that people try and make excuses for him. Hey, he's only played 10 games. He's only played 11 games. But he's like, that doesn't matter. I need to play better.
Yeah.
We need to play better.
Yeah, we just need to make them one-dimensional going into Sunday. We obviously know that the two-headed monster, Chuba Hubbard and Rico Dowdle, coming on from a down performance against the Saints. So the Falcons got to try and mimic that same success and put all the pressure on Bryce Young. And pressure, I say, after a game that, the last two quarterbacks, Drake May, who's playing at MVP caliber level, same could be said for Daniel Jones. We made those guys look, a shell of themselves because of the pressure generated. Very average. Imagine if we can get that pressure on Bryce Young, who, oh, by the way, when he sees the rush, is very turnover prone. And that's exactly what we need to just, unravel on Sunday. It's containing these two guys and you just give this guy the fits, right? Really on offense, it's those two guys and Tet McMillan, who's playing pretty decent. A lot of people are out already on Xavier Legette. Jalen Coker could maybe get his spots. Same could be said for Jatavian Sanders, the tight end. But otherwise, you stop the run, you neutralize the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah,
that's essentially what it comes down.
Play action doesn't seem as scary, right?
No.
The rollouts, you're not concerned about the running backs because your guys on the front side are containing it, so you can actually go after the quarterback. Things like that. So I'm eager to see, as bad as it sounds, if Floyd misses the game again, it's okay because JPJ and Jalen Walker, they're taking the league.
Oh, they're taking the lead.
They're starting to take over, man.
Yeah. One guy I'm kind of excited to get back. It's LaCale London and Sam Roberts, the formidable duo that really stifled the New England running back room 2 weeks ago. They get an opportunity to, if LaCale London comes back, and maybe they can do that the same against Rico Dowdle and Chuba Hubbard. So
the Panthers' offensive line isn't as strong as it was in week 3.
No.
Now, granted, injuries happen. We've seen it before where we're going up against a hurt team, but we don't take advantage of it. So it'll be interesting to see, right? Point of the matter is you have to go there. You have to win. Even if, dare I say, even if it's an ugly win, as long as you get in the win column and start building off of that, that's what you want to see.
Gotcha. All right, man. We got 2 minutes left. We got to give our prediction and X factors for the game. I'll let you go first on the X factor situation, brother.
X factors for me, it's going to be on offense. It's going to be Ryan Newzeal. I need better play. You got Derek Brown coming. Derek Brown. A'Shawn Robinson's been playing a great year. Like that whole defensive front, besides their edge rushers, have been playing well. So Ryan, I need better pass protection. I need better run blocking. Get to your spot. Seal off your guy on the wide zone. Get to your guys. And then defensively, I need the rookie duo again. I need them. I need them to collapse on Bryce Young and not let him breathe. It's what I really need. I would say Ronnie Harrison, which yes, we need him, but I really need that Ronnie Ronnie duo, or not Ronnie
Yeah.
duo. I'm a rookie duo. I'm sorry.
The rookie duo. So for me, it's going to be on the offensive line as well. You went Ryan Musial. I'm going to go Elijah Wilkinson because Nick Scourton has been putting up some impressive tape. Man, he's been getting after it. They have a duo over there, Princely Yellen and Nick Scourton, but Nick Scourton looks the greater out of the two. And he gives fits. He was giving Tyler Banks, Calvin Banks, excuse me, last week for the Saints fits on that side, I think on the right side, and that's the side he likes to rush on predominantly against Elijah Wilkinson. And we've seen Elijah Wilkinson's play kind of take a step back in recent weeks, so we need a bounce back game in the biggest way for him. And for me, offensively, man, give me Bijan Robinson, man. Can you get
Hey,
right, brother? Can
hello.
you get right, man? Can we please see the Bijan of old? Can we see the Buffalo Bills style Bijan Robinson come back to fruition, man? We missed that guy. We haven't seen him. The explosive plays. He's back home. He plays great in front of his whole home crowd. As a matter of fact, the entire Falcons team do when they're back at home. So it's Bijan Robinson for me on offense. I gave you two offense. What am I thinking? So I said I give you two guys on offense. I'm overthinking it. So for the defense, Jalen Walker, it has to be it for me. Jalen Walker has been getting better week in and week out. He started off the year a little quiet, but boy, man, he's turning it up.
Exploding right now.
He's exploding, right? And we don't know which side he'll be rushing from. They like to move him around. It could be on Tyler Morton's side, Iku Ogwanu's side. It could be either one of those two guys. Both of those guys are not playing stout, on the bookends as it is for Carolina. So I see opportunity for Jalen, man. And if you heard mic'd up, this guy's a savage, and he gets after it, and he plays with his heart, man. He plays with such a heart, man. I love it. I love it, man. So we're blessed to have him, JPJ, and Jalen Walker for the Falcons, man. But Falcon fans, man, we peaked at 410 viewers, man. We certainly appreciate every single one of you folks that take the time out of your busy Wednesday schedule to rock out with your boys, man, reporting eligible. But, Bro Talk, please let the fans know where they can find you, man.
Well, this Sunday, you can actually find me in Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Yeah, baby.
I did not like what I saw in week 3 and said, you know what, let's mark this on the calendar. So I will be traveling to Atlanta this weekend in the first ever game I will ever witness in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And I will be there to witness. I will be there to witness a Falcons win over the Carolina Panthers. Give me 21-17.
21-17? Close. Yeah, I say that. I'll say 27-24 Falcons.
Still close.
Still close. It's an NFC South battle, man. Really, rarely these games are blowouts, right? So it's like, come on. It's going to be a fun matchup, man. And man, I'm happy for you. You get to go down there, experience your first game live with family. It's going to be dope. It's going to be dope, man.
Hopefully when that swag surf hits, we're going to be up winning, so I can actually enjoy swag surfing.
Yeah, you gotta take a video. You gotta take a selfie swag surfing.
We'll
right
see.
There with the crowd,
see.
Man. That's awesome, man. So hey, man, look, man, you guys heard it here. What do you say? I apologize in advance for your live experience, bro.
I'm hoping we come away with the win. I'm bringing here. The only time I've ever seen the Falcons live was here in Dallas in 2015, and that we won that game. That was Devontae Freeman's 3-touchdown game with a Julio touchdown as well.
Hey, now let's go, man. Hey, T. Terry, this young man here, Bro Talk, is the star, man. I'm just playing second fiddle, man.
No, he is Superman, and I am Batman. We are two of the top Justice Leagues.
Oh, man, Miss Lisa already courting you, man. We got to get a selfie, Bro Talk. I love it. Oh, look, even more. I'm in the Dirty Bird nest. So, I mean, I'll let you take in the experience. I know exactly how to get there, man. So
I'll let y'all find me, okay? I'm going to be taking you in the Benz. And if you find me and you want to take me to the nest, me and my wife will go down there and we'll experience the nest.
So Bro Talk's going to do his best Raheem impersonation. That's how you're going to find,
bro.
That's how you're going to find.
Man, if they put me on that Jumbotron and I'm doing that, bro, I'm done.
Oh, man. Oh, that's bro talk. Yeah, that's how you do it, man. Oh man, what a night, what a night. We can't wait to go back on live next Wednesday night, man. 9 p.m. You're gonna find us here again to hear all the good stories from a Falcons victory. I'm feeling good about this game, really good about this game. But okay, all right, you gave him the juice. Now gave him the rest of it, man. Where can folks find you, man?
Right. Sorry. He said somebody's
Good.
going to clip it if they find me on TV or in the stadium. Someone's going to it's going to wind
I
up
hope
on
so.
social
I
media.
hope so, brother.
Anyways, but you guys, as always, at Dirty Bird Central, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, short form content. I've been focusing mainly on the Atlanta Falcons, highlighting the good, sometimes the bad. It is what it is, trying to call a spade a spade. But if you're looking for long form content, life's been just kind of hectic. Haven't been really able to focus on that. But if you love daily tweets, if you love daily tweets, at BK Squared 7 on Twitter, daily tweets, not only Falcons, but NFL, calling out other franchises for the idiot things that they do, because guess what? The Falcons aren't the only one that do some dumb things.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Just like this one right here. 95 looks like Frankenstein. Halloween's over, kid. Go to bed. That's what happens when you have kids, man. They clown you. But, man, that's co-host there, man. Obviously, I'm your boy Berto, your host of the 95 North Falcons talk show, and reporting eligible, who comes at you live every Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Make sure you tab in with us next week. We're going to have a lot of great stuff for you guys. Then you can also find me on the NFC South Roundtable every Tuesday, 8 p.m. live on YouTube, and also on Bleacher Report. Post-game reaction shows are had every Sunday once the game goes final, and short-form content comes at you on a weekly basis, Monday through Thursday. For Bro Talk, I'm Berto, man. We will see you guys next week. We certainly appreciate everybody. Please hit that subscribe button, man. Dirty Bird at Dirty Bird Central and 95 North Falcons Talk Show. Peace.